Welcome back to the Say What's Real podcast. We back, you know what I'm saying, with another episode. How y'all living? What episode is this? 20?
I'm just gonna call it in-person episode 2 because I don't know.
Okay.
It actually was 5. In-person
episode 2. All right, well, how y'all living?
Okay, I'm living pretty good. Same old, just a different day. Everything getting better and better.
Big plans coming up, man.
Oh yeah, about to get ready to go to Miami.
Miami, I ain't never been to Miami.
I ain't never been to Florida, period.
I've never been to Miami.
But nah, though, something that just came up to my mind just now is we fly Spirit. And, like a lot of people been talking about, Spirit flights being canceled, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, my flight hasn't been canceled. But, yeah, but like, Delta has also been canceling their flights too. So like me and my girl, it was gonna be me, my girl, and her best friend, like flying with us. So her best friend, quote unquote, kind of bougie. So she didn't want to do Spirit anymore because she figured that our flight was gonna cancel. So she tried to go to Delta. And you know how bougie she is sometimes. And it was a big old debate, like, why is you doing this? So she tried to get a refund, but when you go to an airline, you ain't getting a refund. They're just gonna give you a refund with the airline. So you're gonna have to fly Spirit regardless to get your money back. So not only did she not get her money back, she had to pay for Delta as well. And now she gotta pay for different seats and everything just because she think that our flight gonna be canceled because of all the things that's going around.
Right.
Are you concerned about all the things going around, the new COVID strands and such?
Nah, because to me, back plan B, I can just drive to Miami. It's a 10-hour drive to our hotel. And we leaving our flight is at 5 in the morning. So we leaving 12 to get to Atlanta at 2 because Spirit said you have to be there 3 hours early. And so we're gonna get to Atlanta at 2.
Yeah. Good for you. Might pull up 45 minutes.
Yeah, what the hell?
So yeah, that was just crazy about that though. But nothing against it though. It's just that she had to pay all that money just because she didn't think that the flight was still gonna be going. So now she ended up paying like $400-500 just to fly to Miami.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
they go to club.
Yeah, she's still cool.
Have you ever flown anywhere before?
Yeah, my first time flying was in April. Me and my birthday's in April, and we flew to Orlando.
Wow.
Flew Spirit, though. That's the thing. Like everybody talk about Spirit, but it really ain't.
That was like what a 2-hour flight.
No, that's a 1 hour.
1 hour.
But we got there in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Snap right over.
what? Man, it was
Better than
nice.
driving.
So, yeah. So the reason we chose to fly is we can do early morning flights. We had that whole vacation day, that whole Thursday. Then we come back on that Monday. So I guess that was good. But I just want to talk about how the plane flights and stuff like that they canceled.
People talk bad about Spirit online. So.
Yeah.
I've only ridden on a plane once. It wasn't Spirit. I forgot who I flew with.
Yeah, I think I flew with Delta.
Everybody talk about Delta. I guess because you get laid back seats and you get to watch movies and shit.
Man, I was just trying to get to where I need to go. It was my first time flying too.
Take me. I don't even want to be there.
Yeah, for real.
I was nervous home. Was you nervous when you first got on?
Oh, for sure. Because I ain't never been on a plane before. When the thing take off, I knew it was fast, but the way that huge plane takes off so quick, it just kind of throw you back.
It was turbulence for me. It was turbulence for me.
Yeah, it was like when they first take off.
Yeah, but the landing cool. I thought landing that part coming down, you can see everything and closer and closer. I thought
then you can feel the plane.
Yeah, but everything else,
it's a little shaky.
Yeah,
I feel that.
It's easier when you got somebody with you though. Like if you flying the first time by yourself, it may be a little different.
Oh, my first time flying, I was going out to Kansas. I went from Greenville to Texas. Texas got a big ass airport. I had to go from gate 2 to gate 9 within 5 minutes, and it was a mile and a half apart for real. And I'm by myself.
You had to run.
I'm looking around trying to figure out where the fuck gate 9, and I'm asking people, everybody just walking past me, but I'm scared I'm about to get left. My phone was dead, so I'm not able to call nobody. Like, I was really fucked up my first time.
You gonna be stuck in Texas.
I'm running through the airport with big ass boots on and shit, because I thought I was trying to keep from my thing. Like, whatever.
Rough one.
I'm never gonna do that shit again.
Yeah, I don't know. They gotta figure that out. But how you been, Tay?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. You know, nothing too major. Bit of a week, but you know, we keep fighting. We keep getting through. How about you? How have you been?
You know, another day. You know, I just been chilling, man.
I know.
Somebody asked me, was I atheist the other day because of my earrings. So, yeah.
Are you?
No, I'm not atheist. I'm not atheist. They asked me was I atheist because my earrings are upside down.
You know, we accept all religions here.
So they
I was about to say because I was just dead lost. I was just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, they thought I was atheist because the earrings are upside. They're cross earrings, but I turned them upside down.
So you already.
I'm not.
You chose to turn it upside down.
Why do
I
people
don't
think
know.
things like that?
I mean, it's
Why does it
it's
matter?
usually associated with the Antichrist. You know,
It
turning the
is,
cross upside down.
But I mean, it's
don't
also associated with Christ. It's also Saint Peter did it because he didn't want to be. He felt he wasn't worthy enough to be killed on the regular cross as Jesus, so he requested the cross to be turned upside
But that's
down.
out of respect,
and
right?
that's probably 20% of the world population knows that. So they probably should be like, oh,
Maybe not even that.
look at this.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean that's really how my life been going, you know. Been getting asked am I atheist, you know. People keep asking me why did I stop eating meat? I'm still getting those questions. So just, you know, same old stuff, man. So we gonna jump straight into it. Y'all, which one y'all want to talk about first?
We probably did Baby, but I'll take the longest.
I don't feel like
We back at it again with Dababy.
Shout him out.
shout out, baby, man.
I'm not shouting out.
He's gonna
playing.
he's gonna be a black man king. So watch.
Yeah, I mean,
Telling y'all.
to be honest with you, everybody trying to follow suit and counsel him, but they don't know that. Like, I feel like he's a real stand-up guy. He ain't gonna back down from what he said. He might apologize for what he said, but he ain't gonna back down. Like, all right, it's over with. He can't take it back. I mean, y'all can keep trying to cancel him, but he's not like. I don't feel like he's like every other artist or something like that. Like, if that was to happen to any other artist, I feel like the sensitivity level will rise and they'll fall back into some kind of depression or something like that because people trying to cancel him and stuff like that. But I feel like he different though. Like, he really like don't care. Like, straight stand up. So I don't feel like he's gonna be canceled or anything like that. I mean, obviously you gotta give it time to fly on the radar, but I think he's gonna be straight, make some new music. He'll be all right. I ain't gonna listen to it, but
So that's what Tory Lanez did. Go with him now. He shot somebody. He's out of it. You know, allegedly. So,
I think this just proves the point that if people like you, you can get away with damn near anything. But if you one of them people that's just on the fence, then it's not gonna work. Because people were just bashing him about doing a song with Tory Lanez or doing something with Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
You know, so you already got women against you.
that's just because of Meg though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying you gotta play that in the part of you just came off that and then you turn around and to be honest, he was wilding when he said that.
Yeah, he was.
If you in the parking lot sucking
Raise your lighter,
you got in the parking lot sucking dick, like that's crazy.
And then the video he addressed, our gay fans got class. They don't be in the parking lot sucking dick. Like, why did you even say
I don't understand what made him say all that. And then like
at the same time, you gotta think: is he on something when he say that? Did he pop something before his song came on for him to say something like that? So maybe that wasn't him at the time. I'm not trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
That's usually me giving somebody the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why the fuck he said that shit. He said it. He said it. Like, he can't really take it back now. So, like,
I think the craziest part was the HIV one.
Yeah,
that
why he said that.
was wild. That was probably worse than
like he just pulled it out.
Yeah, like,
He just
it's not funny. Just like, why would you say that? That shit makes
funny.
that shit sound
funny.
it's just like, and at this point, like I be telling y'all every time, but like I don't even know. I can't tell if these people mean to do this shit or if this is accident.
I mean, because when I first watched the video, I didn't know people were mad about it. I just heard them say it, and I was like, okay, well, like
it was just odd.
That's what
it was really like,
yeah,
like,
and then everybody
odd.
pissed off that he said this about the HIV and AIDS community. And then it turned into an attack on gay people, which I didn't understand that either. I know he said the gay line after the HIV and AIDS thing, but I don't really get how
they correlate.
They correlate in the HIV. I know that a lot of gay people do have HIV and AIDS because of it, but I don't get why it turned from him saying that just about HIV and AIDS people to him turning against the LGBT community, apparently, and needing sensitivity training. I didn't understand the correlation.
I mean,
I just think it was random if he shouldn't have said it. You could have kept it.
Honestly,
yourself,
he definitely didn't have to say any of that he
especially
said,
on the
but,
platform he was on.
I mean,
Like, come on now.
at this point, ain't really nothing he can do. Like, how do y'all feel about him putting the apology up and then taking it down?
Oh, I didn't know he took it down. I seen him when he put it up, but I didn't know he took it down.
He took it down. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you can't beat the internet. You can't. You can't outdo the internet. And I feel like I say that all the time, but you really just can't. So by the time he put the apology up, the damage was already done. People already hate him. People already dislike him. So it really, honestly, I feel like it didn't matter if he apologized or not. And then he probably realized, like, oh, they don't give a fuck about my apology, so I'm gonna take this shit down. Like,
they heard
the
it.
same thing.
Cool,
You would do the
whatever.
same thing.
I wouldn't even have put the apology up.
Because like you said, you can't beat the internet. As soon as you drop it, the whole thing.
The whole world was already mad.
I'm just saying though, like, I feel like if he didn't apologize, they're gonna be even worse.
Fuck it. Hit dog on holler.
Was already canceling shows and stuff anyways.
Yeah, he was already he got canceled from 3-4 shows before he put the apology up. What the apology gonna do? Nothing. So shit, fuck it. Stand on, like you said, stand on your 10 shit and just take the punches to the face. I mean, that's really all he can do. It really ain't no point in apologizing. Like,
I just feel like whenever he drops something else, it's gonna blow up because of the situation.
Speaking of, I kind of need to get that nigga out of here anyway. I was tired of him rap. Nah, why would I am?
Swear you got to the same beat.
Him and Lil Baby, tired of them both.
All right, now.
I mean, they can rap, and all their songs sound good.
Edit this one out,
but I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing every single song. Like, you can rap, bro. That's great, but I want to hear something else. I want to hear the same cadence every time.
So, but I mean, when you think about it, the average person don't really think of it like that.
They don't care about it.
They don't care.
So. Sound good, which is great.
Yeah, but I can't hear the same shit.
But listen though, like if I was a rapper and I'm but that's making me. I mean, we're not saying. I wouldn't switch for nobody.
My mom, if she wanted me to switch it up, just like Money Man, like it worked. And niggas like it, do your thing. But for me, I'm just speaking from a personal perspective.
Yeah, it's a personal standpoint. Like I don't.
And I
still listen to Lil Baby. Like I just can't listen to him as much. It's got to be moderation, like because I know every song is this. Like it's repetitive, and I hate repetition. Like that's just not something that I like. I don't listen to the same artist 24/7. I don't listen to the same type flow.
I feel that's kind of why I'm into like more unique voices, like Young Thug who change it up all the time, Lil Durk who change it up all the time,
just other rappers
who change it up all the time, Trippie Redd who change it up all the time. You know what I'm saying? They're not the same style shit every song. Again, nothing wrong with it. And
of course, it's the baby, Lil Baby, they making way more money than me. So who the fuck am I to tell them? I'm just saying,
like for people to say that, I'm like, yo, if you was doing the same thing, you would not switch your stuff. So like,
of course, but I'm speaking as a fan, and to my ear, it gets tiring.
Yeah.
Like I can't listen to Lil Baby for shit. I can't listen to him for hours straight at this point. I can't listen to 12 Lil Baby songs back to back. Oh hell no. Fuck no. And I love Lil Baby. Like he probably one of the best artists of our generation, but I just can't. I'm cool. 3-4 songs, and I'm out of there. I'm good.
Appreciate you though.
Yeah, for sure. Like honestly, like
I understand that, man.
that's really it about that. But we can move on to the
Simone Biles being a fucking quitter.
Whoa. I wouldn't say that.
Being a fucking weak quitter. That's what we can move on to.
I mean, I wouldn't say
thoughts?
that. It's always about your mental and making sure you're straight at all times. As somebody who can say, like, not a lot of people know this, but like mentally, I go through things too. Like, so it's all about getting that straight. And I totally understand where she coming from. I would say she quitting because if she's not mentally there, she ain't gonna be her best.
Mhm.
So you right, you can say quit. Would you rather not be your best than to quit? But which one would you rather do though?
Here's what I didn't like. I was just kidding about her being.
I know.
Honestly, mental health is important. And put yourself first at all times, of course. But what I didn't like was you've been training for these events for 4 years, and you've already done it before. She knew when she woke up that day she wasn't feeling right. Why did you start the event, scratch one time, then drop out? That's what I didn't like. If you had to just not competed, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. If she had a scratch and kept going, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But when you started, you gotta finish it. I don't care how bad you do. You in the Olympics. You've been training for this for 4 years, your whole life, basically. Like, I don't understand why you quitting, but you know.
I'm on both sides. Like, I agree. I don't understand why, like you said, like, when everything's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up and like, I don't feel like doing this. And the fact that she started and then stopped, now, obviously, we can't tell her what to do because we're not her. But I'm saying it's just like, it just makes it weird. Like, it makes it makes me look at it funny. Like, you started, you scratched, now you drop. Like,
that's it. You just quit on your team.
You just quit. Like,
I feel like, and I honestly feel like if she was in an individual event, she would have just tried again because she was in it for herself at that point. Like, she's doing it for the team. She knows she got hurt during the team event. She can do it individuals and win the gold medals that she was going to win anyway. Yeah. So I feel like that's why she quit. When she scratched, she was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna hurt myself. I'm just gonna drop out."
Yeah.
You should have just went ahead and just did something simple and finished it with the team. And it also bothered me because she's been doing all this GOAT talk. Like, she wore the GOAT thing, and she's had a bunch of GOAT talk on lately. And I've never seen anybody that calls herself the GOAT just quit in the middle of the match. Never. Not Jordan, not LeBron, not Sue Bird, not Diana Taurasi. Nobody. Not Messi. They never quit in the middle of a match. That really bothered me too. Because now, how can I see you as the greatest gymnast of all time if you just dropped out of it? Not that that's a big deal, because I don't know any other gymnasts. But and now it's hard for me to even see you as the GOAT because you just quit on a team event for no reason. Well, for a reason that I don't think you should have quit for.
Not during the match. But she literally just was like, fuck it. A lot of this bitch, like, I don't know, man.
And when you get to that certain status, you can do stuff.
I also think, I won't say I blame the fans or anything, but I also think the pressure that led up to this point, because it was at one point, like, I want to say the last time before this, when she actually did something, they didn't give her a 10 because they said that what she was doing was unfair.
Yeah, she did something super crazy.
She did like a flip that nobody could do, and the judges said it was unfair to the other competitors.
Right.
And I can understand how that fuck up with your head, because like,
it ain't my fault.
Fuck them niggas.
They can't do something I can do like in that
that's the point of
right
of this thing. So I can be the
that.
best. Yeah, so she did some like crazy flip. And the judges didn't give her a 10 because they said it was unfair to the other competitors because they felt like they can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Was it during the Olympics?
Oh, I might have been during the trial. I don't know.
Yeah,
it was close.
I know it was like it was recent. It wasn't too far before this. So I could see her probably, you know what I'm saying, second guessing herself, along with your own mental health, you know, and then you know how people talk, like you get online and see fucking fake accounts with fucking birds as the profile picture saying, yeah, she probably taking drugs, she probably doing PEDs, like you feel me? And then like so I can see like how her headspace could not be there, but at the same time, like it's not just about you. When you know you're doing a team event, like it felt kind of selfish for you to start an event, a team event, and then stretch it because you weren't feeling good. Like you knew you weren't feeling good before the start. That shit don't come just in the middle. When you got mental health issues, that shit you ain't feel it halfway through work. You felt that shit before you got to work. As soon as you woke up, like, damn, I really don't feel it today. You feel that like immediately. Like it don't gradually grow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously the stretch probably didn't help. It probably made it worse. Yeah. But I'm sure you felt the way before you started the event. And then it's a team event. Like, fuck you and whatever you got going on. You hurting your team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be a team player. Like, mental health is, of course, important. Like, of course. But, you know, I just didn't understand why she did that. I understand. And then the GOAT thing as well.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah,
she was talking big shit. I mean, as she should, because I mean, you did some shit can't nobody else
definitely
do.
has a case for it.
Definitely,
sure.
like for sure. But nah, you just can't do that.
Yeah,
I understand.
I definitely think the fans had a lot to do with that though. The fans really, for real.
Yeah, I mean, and who knows who's in their ear? You know, you never know. Like people take advice from the wrong people all the time. So she could have had the wrong people in their ear telling her to do it. You got to do it. You got to do it. Olympics only come only every 4 years. You got to do it. And she get out there and she like, oh shit, I can't do this. So like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it really it's just, I guess a slippery slope. I don't know. I felt like she shouldn't have did it. I felt like she knew she shouldn't have did it, and she knew she made a mistake once she started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know
but it's something she got to live with, and you know,
yeah, you make mistakes.
She gonna overcome. If she's the GOAT, like she said she is, she'll overcome that adversity.
Of course. But I mean, in this day and age, there's no way you don't know slander's coming being black and a woman.
Yeah.
In the Olympics, like, there's no way you don't know people gonna talk bad, crazy about you. You do something different, people gonna say something like. In this day and age, there's no way you don't know. Now, I don't know the best way to prepare for that because there's no really rule or there's no rule book on how to be black for real and be successful.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely think she handled the aftermath well. All the flack she got and all the backlash. I definitely think she's handled all her public appearances.
She did Dababy
as well. She should have. I mean, I saw one video of her coming back to her neighborhood, just standing on top of her car, waving at all the people. So I guess she's doing fine. I think she did some Good Morning America interview telling her side of the story. You know that I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Nobody. But cares. You know, she's apparently handling it pretty well. So
yeah, I mean that's good.
Do you think in today's world, like, is it hard to be famous? Like, how hard is it to be famous? I know it's hard.
I think it's as hard as you let it be. I think, you know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously depending on the person, but I think the goal for a lot of people that end up famous is to, like, people, especially like in sports or music, I think the goal is to just be as best as you can at your craft, and then being famous just comes with it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, experience is the best teacher. So a lot of people like I said, there's no really book on being famous. You just learn from other people's mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they did this, I'm not going to take that route. I see how it went for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure nobody's going to make a HIV/AIDS rant anymore. Or
yeah.
Or if they did in the parking lot rant.
It'd be Lil Nas X, because he can do that.
Yeah, or anybody nobody's going to do that unless you just ain't got you trying to get clout. Like,
yeah.
So, like, I think being famous is really more just I think you gotta like have the mentality for it because it's not. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's like high school, but like on a national level. Like in high school, you knew it was people that probably talked behind your back. You had fake friends, you had real friends, but it was like condensed. Like you could block them out. You could stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
But when you famous, it's like everybody can voice their opinion, and now every time you respond, it's like bait. Like you ever see the shit where like it's like when kids like or say some shit about like Dababy. Let's just say Dababy. They'll be like, Dababy's a terrible fucking person, and he respond, and they'll be like, oh, bro, I'm only 14. Why would you do that? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like bait. Like being famous is like you just gotta stay away from bait. Like, if you can really control your like, that's really I guess come back to mental health because you got to be mentally, you know what I'm saying, aware and know like people gonna say dumb shit. It's people behind accounts saying stupid shit, living with their mama, daddy, don't pay no rent. They just play the game all day, but they can
wish that on me.
I know, right? When people be saying, I'd be like, man, I wish I was one of them. I'd be on your account talking shit
all day. Come on,
for real. But I think that's the main thing. I think with being famous. Obviously, I don't know because I'm not famous, but
all right.
I'm not. I think we're being famous. Okay.
All right. Touching that one. He knows.
I think we're being famous. Like I said, I think it's just like mental, like knowing what not to. Maybe not what not to say and what to say, but like what to respond to and because social media plays like probably the biggest part of being famous at this point. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's tough. I don't know. What do you think?
I definitely don't think I can handle being famous the way I currently am, because I'm a bit.
Sorry.
And I don't even know if I'm a bit too sensitive, because like niggas on the internet, that's never gotten to me.
Yeah.
But maybe just seeing it over and over and over and over, and then I'm thinking these things about myself as well. Yeah. That's part of it. But I've never had like mental health stuff. Like I've always been pretty mentally strong. Never had like depression, anxiety, none of that stuff. So like a lot of that stuff, I don't really understand like how that affects people all the time. Like most of the time I understand it because I have a lot of people in my life that do deal with it. But as far as like even being insecure, like I've never really been insecure. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't know how just seeing negative stuff on my page would just affect me. So
I think that's the thing too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like I said, when I say it's like high school, it's the same people that's probably talking behind your back or the same people that talk about you. Now you can see it. Yeah. So now you got to be mentally aware, like, this is not true, but they just going to spam me with it.
They're going to say it. So
they're going to say it like, bro, like, the worst thing you could do is get a false accusation put on you. Yeah. Because people just going to believe it. People still think, like, regardless of what happened, like, people still going to think it. Even if the charges dropped, if you found not guilty, people still going to always know you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think
niggas still making Dwight Howard training jokes, transsexual jokes.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think being famous is just being able to like read shit about yourself and not being. I think like, bro, it's not too many that handle that so well. Like, the only person I can think of is LeBron.
I was about to say like wow, because he don't say nothing at all, but he don't speak at all. So.
But LeBron people been talking shit about LeBron.
I mean, he had to dress Skip in like 16 years, and he talk about that nigga every day.
People been talking about LeBron since he was like 15.
Yeah.
Imagine being from 15 to what? He 36 now. 36. Yeah. People been talking about this man for that long, and he's never like came out and just like, hey, fuck you, nigga. Like, he ain't never came at a nigga like sideways, nothing like.
What you talking about?
Like, that shit is amazing. Like, people don't credit that enough because in today's age, we see so many people, even older people that we thought we had respect for. Like, you know how there's people before the internet that you knew were great, and then they get on the internet and they say some shit, and you like, oh, you're not really cool like I thought you was. Yeah. We just didn't know that you wasn't cool because in the 80s, it wasn't no Twitter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You couldn't talk like that.
Yeah, it ain't no. Because we found old clips of people that we thought was good people and they really shitty people, like terrible people, terrible, you know what I'm saying, humans. So like, I don't know, man. It's just being famous is some shit I don't want to be. But
I ain't gonna say that. I think it'll be fun.
But like,
Fun.
I mean, because you're gonna be rich.
Well,
Who's famous?
not necessarily. I mean, yeah,
rich,
for
but
the most part,
you're gonna have money.
Yeah.
You're gonna be financially stable.
I think it'd just be fun to be famous and fuck with people. Like Drewski be doing.
But see, I think it just depends on the type of
type of fame, yeah.
Yeah, see, like
athletes
don't get, and that's the fucked up part about being famous because everybody that's famous don't get the same. You know what I'm saying? A rapper could get on Twitter and just talk shit all day.
Mm-hmm.
See,
say word, you're rapping. Who gonna vote with him?
An athlete can't really. LeBron can't really honestly say fuck you without getting in trouble for it. Like athletes aren't held to they're in a chokehold when it comes to speaking their minds and saying what they want to say. Like NFL, NBA, anything. NBA probably a little more lenient, but any professional sport, you speak out is
they're a lot better with like the subtleties with the things they say. Like you really gotta dig in between the lines to see what an athlete's saying because you're not gonna understand.
They speak in parables and shit like like they in biblical.
That's why we'll be like trying to throw everybody in the trades and stuff because once you say something, we hear something totally different. Like Zach LaVine told the Bulls he just want respect. Now everybody think he about to get traded. Yeah. You know, we don't know what that means, but just shit like that.
Shit like that is just like he can't say, "Oh, I want to get traded." Because it's gonna be like, oh, he don't care about.
He fucking hates Chicago.
He's not he's not loyal. You gonna get all that stuff.
Well, you really can't say he's not loyal because he didn't want to leave Minnesota. So like,
but I'm saying that's what people are gonna say. It's not
right or wrong is what they're gonna say.
But you saying it's not matter, but it does because if you hear if you never met me and you heard 30 stories about 30 particular stories about me. And then you heard one person telling a different story about me. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna believe the 30. And that's
just like how like 10 niggas tell you your girl a hoe. One tell you she ain't.
Nigga, you gonna believe the 10 niggas, you feel me? Like that's what I'm saying. So narrative is a real thing. Perception is a real thing. So you saying it don't matter, it do matter because if everybody on social media say, oh, he not loyal to his team, then what you think everybody gonna think? What you think somebody who don't got the mind to think for themselves gonna think? And you know it's a lot of people like that. They gonna be like, oh, Zach LaVine, he don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
He don't want to be in Chicago.
He don't want to be in Chicago. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know people don't do research. People don't care to do research. They just see something and believe it. Honestly, like they literally see things and believe it.
I got that problem sometimes.
Like it's
Twitter be throwing me off. I'm like, wait, for real?
You be like, huh? What? You sure?
I had to look at it. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that. Twitter, Facebook is worse though. They just throw shit out. Motherfuckers believe it.
Oh shit! Like Kawhi going to the Lakers.
Shit, I guess so.
But yeah, go back to Kawhi though. Like he can be famous in that way, like because he don't do social media. So like most of them have to go through social media. He don't go through social media. So I feel like it ain't gonna hit him as hard because he don't see it. He don't see all the backlash.
We at least don't think he might have a burner account. Obviously, I doubt it because he don't seem like the type of nigga to do that. But
yeah, but that's how old is Kawhi? 30? 32,
maybe something like that.
So he was born
in the 80s.
Yeah, in the 80s.
Right? Yeah.
So you gotta think. I was born in 97. I've been playing video games since I was a kid. I didn't have a phone till my own phone till 8th, 9th grade. Kids now are having their own phone in 5th grade, elementary school, to middle school to high school.
Smartphones too.
iPhones.
I got a
5th grade
iPhone
iPhones.
In 7th grade.
I had a Nokia.
I had an MV2
from like 5th grade to 7th grade. I had a.
You can have it still today. It's
exactly, but I'm saying like it's different now. It ain't gonna be too many Kawhis now because you grow up. Internet is a part of our lives now. You can't like you feel me. Like, everybody ain't.
I think young stars are handling it a lot better. I mean, not even just basketball players, just like young famous people in general are handling fame a lot better because there's like more of a machine behind them now.
Yeah,
like,
and I think more people are speaking their minds.
Yeah,
and I think that's good, and it's allowing athletes to speak their mind. It's allowing whoever to speak their mind who can't usually speak their mind. Because if 20 years ago somebody said something like Zach Levine said, the world would go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, just being able to speak your mind, I think, is good now. But being famous is obviously not for the weak, and that's why everybody's not famous. That's why everybody don't make it, because it's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people get to that point and they fall straight off. They don't know what to do when they get there. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the right people around you. And then, like on his side, shit, it could be fun. But that's probably because you're going to have money to do shit you never could do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas get famous and hit up Tiana Trump and shit. You couldn't do that when you was in Abbeville. So you famous, you'll do that, bro?
I mean, not Tiana Trump specifically, no.
What about you, Trip? Tiana Trump? I just do it just to see.
I mean,
just to see if she hit me back.
Like, oh yeah, there's definitely a couple. I just throw the bait out there and see what happens.
Yeah,
you know,
of course. Name a couple.
I mean, I can't right off the top of my head.
Like, if I'm like, how famous am I?
You famous? Like
am I like
this
levels?
10 million followers famous.
Oh, I'm going straight for like
I'm going
SZA
straight to the top.
Yeah, I'm going straight to the top. SZA.
I'm trying to think of something.
I don't give a fuck if you got nigga or not. I'm going dumb. City Girls, both of them. Who else?
Well,
I don't care.
JT specifically.
I prefer.
Not that she's ugly.
I'd prefer JT, but I take Young Miami too. Shit, Rihanna. I don't give a fuck. Everybody.
What about? I want to say
shoot my shot at everybody.
2
million followers. I'm still. That's a blue check.
That's blue check.
Blue check. 500K. 500K.
It's still a blue check.
Without the blue check, man, golly.
I'm not famous.
I'm not.
That's how people talking about. I ain't famous. I ain't got a blue check.
All right, 500 with a blue check. 500,000.
500,000. I'm still, bro. I mean,
I'm definitely
Rihanna.
I'm definitely hopping in every famous porn star DM.
I'm definitely hopping in DMs, and maybe not
now.
I'm not publicly tweeting to them.
Rihanna.
That's
probably not.
I gotta have like 20 million followers.
Yeah,
I gotta be like Drake level celebrity for me to be reaching out to them.
But I'm blue checking. Oh,
blue check.
every bitch y'all want to. I'm about to try.
Yeah. Hey, every girl y'all want to fuck, I'm going to at least try. Hey, yeah, I'm putting on for my city. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. Like, shit. Hell yeah, why not? Hey man, I'm famous at that point.
Yeah.
And then if I'm famous for this specifically, then it's up and stuck. Cause I can get on here and just
say anything I want to
speak to whoever.
Whatever time.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, shit. I don't know, man. Get famous and let me know how it is. Put a nigga on. Y'all get famous.
So, we gonna all get famous at the same time. This right here. Not the table.
Not the table. Is that out?
Podcast.
Is there anything else? Any movies? Anything?
You guys seen the Suicide Squad?
Man, I haven't seen it. My dad was like, it's different from the other one. It's very different. It ain't even the same.
I only want to tell you it's very different.
Yeah, it's very disappointing different. Or
I ain't gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to affect your viewpoint of the movie because of what I think. I'm gonna wait for you to watch it and that's you.
Because you're gonna have your trash. But they already said it was not the same, so I'm feeling like it's trash. So just go ahead and say it's trash. God dang,
it's not the same. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm still gonna watch it.
To be fair, if this helps, I've only heard great things about it.
Well, do you watch the first one?
I don't,
you don't watch action movies, bro?
I don't watch
shit. It's not even, honestly, it's really not even like the same type movie. I mean, they're both superhero movies. Yeah. They're both superhero movies, but it's not the same type movie. And you'll see it off the rip. What I mean, like, or what your dad means too. Like, it's
two totally different things. So I think I'm gonna just start getting into shit like that for the sake of
you anime
for the sake of like the podcast, so we can have more shit to talk about.
Yeah.
you know.
Just like the popular movies that come out.
Yeah, just like the shit that we talk about.
I haven't seen F9 yet, by the way.
I haven't seen none of them since Tokyo Drift. so I'm not the one. I'm not the one to talk about that.
All right, I got one more thing, man. One more thing. What y'all feel about this Westbrook coming to the Lakers? How do y'all feel about it?
How do I feel about Westbrook specifically on the Lakers or the Lakers in general now?
Yeah, the Lakers in general. Well, both.
I think they're better than they were last year.
Definitely.
Of course.
I think it'll be halfway through the season. They're probably going to be close to 500. People are going to be panicking. But right after the All-Star break, it's going to be
probably a little bit after that for me. I think it's going to take. I think they're going to hit hot towards the end of the season.
That's the best time to hit hot, though.
I think
a lot of people are going to be surprised that Malik Monk is good because they haven't watched him play in Charlotte, and he had that cocaine thing go on not too long ago. So people are probably going to be surprised that he can hit 40% of his three-point shots and play make alongside LeBron.
What's going to be crazy?
I think people are going to put more respect on Westbrook's name after this year is over. That's what I think.
That's hard. Because because of how hard he was grinding his whole career. I know he didn't win a lot, but I feel like people reached a point last year, maybe 2 years ago, of saying, okay, we understand he's not the best player in the world, but we see his effort every single game.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are already
what I'm saying, I feel like people are gonna put more respect on like his ability to go anywhere and play with anybody and still be 100% effective.
Yeah.
Because
it ain't going to look no different. It's going to be the 12, 15, and 10 Westbrook we always seen.
And I think it's going to be way better because it's going to be
better percentages. He ain't got to do as much as he had
that's
to.
That's really my only, like, I'm telling people, like, bro, if you look at his stats, like, bro, he just shoot the ball 30 times. Like, when he had terrible percentages.
I mean, for 6 seasons, he had to. Or however long he played without KD. And,
yeah, like,
he kind of had
who else was going to shoot? Steven Adams?
Fucking Abdul Nader. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, yeah. I think he going to shoot 10 to 12 shots a game. My only thing is I don't know what are they going to do? Is the ball going to be in his hands? Is he going to be off ball since he's the worst shooter out of the big three, I guess? Quote
and
unquote.
If that's the case, he going to be rocking the baby in the post. But then what's AD going to do? Shoot threes? That's not, he can shoot, but that's not really his thing.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be, that's why I think it's going to be weird.
It's going to be odd because we don't know because, like I said, Westbrook's not a crazy great three-point shooter, but he could all surprise us and shoot. If he shoots 35% from the three,
I'll be surprised.
If he shoots 32% from 33% from the three, if he shoots 33% from the three,
that's one out of every three. Damn, you just get one out of every three.
Then they have a very high chance of winning it all.
What really concerns me?
I don't really, you know me. I think my boy them gonna win it all, but if they continue,
I don't even think he's gonna be on that team next year. I think they're gonna get tired of that personal time bullshit.
It's that mental shit.
Like because I feel like honestly they kind of got tired of it last year.
Yeah,
they couldn't trade him because he was getting hurt and then coming back and taking personal days. Who gonna want that on their
I'm
team?
saying though, like when he came back,
that's why I don't think he's going nowhere because who?
I'm saying he balled though.
Yeah,
when he was there, he balled.
Yeah,
even when he came back, he was getting the fuck off. Like, right. Milwaukee had no chance at all.
Honestly, I feel like if what was James Harden? Maybe like 50% when he was against the Bucks.
Maybe 50. He had one leg for 3 games or 2 games, whatever.
Honestly, I always said Kyrie is the glue to that team. If they win, they gotta have Kyrie playing. Period.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if Harden playing or not. Kyrie has to be playing.
It's always he get hurt or something in the playoffs. Harden. Like you do all that.
Well, this is his first year getting hurt in the playoffs.
And to be fair, I mean, 20 of the top 30 players, damn near all the top players got hurt.
Yeah,
like except for LeBron, Giannis got hurt.
Yeah.
Literally,
no, LeBron had that.
Yeah, he got ankle thing at the beginning of the season. Yeah, but he came back.
That's at the end, but it was before playoffs.
He missed like
he missed like a little time, but he came back. Yeah. Giannis, literally everybody, Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi,
JoJo got hurt for a while.
Who else? Like literally, maybe Curry was probably the only person who wasn't hurt.
Surprisingly.
Like
Mr. Ankle himself.
Hey, it was a regular season.
Literally every great player in the NBA got hurt. So like, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying. I can't fault James Harden. It's not like he was 1 out of 100, but I just don't. I don't know if Westbrook can shoot more than 33% or higher from the three, they'll win championship.
Yeah, definitely. I think if Anthony Davis is healthy and the Anthony Davis, because a lot of people been, giving him hell too, but if he beat Anthony Davis, they can win it. Period.
I don't think they will.
I don't think so either.
Assuming everybody's 100% healthy, I don't think they will.
Well, I don't think so either.
I think they'll be in the championship.
But like I said, I'm telling you what would convince me that they will win. If Westbrook is shooting 35% from the three, they will win. Yeah, I promise you they will win. Because if LeBron is running pick and roll with Melo and Westbrook is hitting threes, it's over. And then he can drive like crazy. It's over. Yeah, it's over. But that's a big what if.
It's hard. It's just really hard to see Kyrie harder than KD.
It is,
and especially with the more depth that they have now.
Yeah,
it's really hard to see. You shouldn't have a team that good and then a bench that good too. That's what really gets me.
That's why the Warriors. That's why the Warriors were so good when they were good. Their bench was outscoring the starters,
and they're doing it like while paying, because when the Warriors did it, Curry and Clay and Draymond wasn't making all that money yet, so it was kind of crazy. But they did it because they did it homegrown. The way the Nets did it is so weird. That's why it's crazy to me. Like they got all that debt because they spending all that money and still getting more bench depth. Like even from the draft, like they just getting more scorers. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that is crazy. They drafted Cam Thomas and probably the best scorer in the draft. Easy. Like,
where he come from?
LSU.
Yeah,
but nice. He had the most in AAU, the biggest AAU. He scored the most. He had the most. He averaged the most ever. Scored the most ever. Like
he can't do much else. Like playmaking, all that stuff, but scoring,
he can put the fucking ball in.
He can do that.
That's all that matters.
I promise.
He come in and play 10 minutes and put the ball in the hoop. That's all they need. But I mean, I think that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Y'all got any final words?
No. Thank you guys for tuning in. All of you still listening.
Subscribe to the podcast, like, share it. Definitely share it. We need the whole world to see this.
I want the whole world to see it, but
we need the whole world to see this. We want to get famous.